How's it going? I am doing better than yesterday. It really does seem that taking away the armor and defense mechanisms that keep me from feeling what I need to feel has been incredibly productive. If you notice, the past couple of videos of being pretty fucking brutal, pretty raw, and my state is not dramatically different from then, but I have some reflections on what's kind of going on here. And essentially, I have used an app called Self Control to restrict my access to distracting websites. And as somebody who doesn't have many vices, at least in the conventional sense, no drugs of any kind or anything like that, the vices that remained were, basically digital. And I would, have intense emotions and feel dysregulated and then think, oh, well, time to take a break from feeling stuff. Let's put on a show, and then be on the show for way too long, and then just go back and forth between being like in a weird state and then going on YouTube and then going, ugh. And now that I don't have that, I have so much more time. Like, I'm just kind of realizing how long an hour really is. It's so easy to spend an hour or two watching like an anime where the episodes are 25 minutes and they're so fucking good and you can't stop watching it. Now that I don't have that attentional drain happening, I'm spending so much more time with myself. And now here's the thing. I thought that I was allowing my brain, my subconscious, to incubate. I was like, well, if I'm clearly overthinking and I'm doing too much processing, then is it not therefore a good idea to get my mind off it by, what's a good way to get my mind off of it? Well, something I enjoy, something that gets my mind off it is anime or whatever. Let's be real, anime. And the hypothesis did not pan out very well for me. Because it turns out that I would wake up or just be meditating and realizing like, wow, I'm thinking about these shows. I'm thinking about the plots. I'm thinking about the characters. I'm not really processing my actual life at this point. Like, I'm just I'm triggering my brain to give a fuck about imaginary stories and processing them instead of processing my actual fucking problems in my life. And that realization has been quite profound. Getting all that subconscious processing freed up, and because my emotions are not being numbed to the same degree, my emotions are directing my attention, and partially the subconscious, the unconscious's way to communicate with you is through body sensations, and emotions are primarily composed of body sensations. So allowing the emotions to be present allows the subconscious to speak and bring things to our attention. And once your RAM isn't being taken up by like fucking, I don't know, Aaron Yeager's fucking betrayal or whatever, and like the implications of that, basically your attention gets allocated to more useful things, and then because the emotions are tagging things that are salient, and emotions are critical for the process of learning. So, you know, um, emotions make your brain much more plastic. I mean, it's my understanding of it is that, if you thinking back on things that are very memorable. They typically, the most memorable things are also happen to be very emotional things. So it stands to reason if you don't suppress your emotions or you get rid of things that are distracting you from feeling them, that one, you get the information from them. Two, that information gets encoded deeper in your memory, in your subconscious. It gets tagged as more relevant and salient. And three, once you have things that are tagged as being very salient, your subconscious is going to work on them and process them more extensively. And so I think that's what I'm noticing here. Like, I'm tackling my problems much more directly right now without using discipline to do it. It's naturally happening as a consequence, as a byproduct of the system change. So that's something that's very exciting for me. Like, I'm naturally coming up with ideas, with experiments, and running them because I'm fucking bored. And it's like, I want to do this thing now. Like, allowing boredom to drive you, like, is fucking phenomenal. I'm not going to say watching shows isn't a good idea or anything like that. It's not a claim I'm trying to make here, but I'm just surfacing an observation I'm having, which is like, what would it be like if you spent less time distracting yourself and more time allowing your emotions to come up, direct your attention to real issues and developmental tasks in your life, and then, because you don't have your subconscious processing all this irrelevant bullshit, now your subconscious is freed up to process what your emotions and shit are telling you is important. And then so you naturally just start solving more problems. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty wonderful synthesis, and I'm glad that I wasn't even really aware of it when I started talking in this video. Yeah, I mean, that kind of feels like a good place to end the video, honestly. All right, well, thanks for watching. Damn, were my eyes squinting the whole time? Damn, I gotta modify the way. I guess the thing is, I don't really look at myself when I'm recording, but I'm getting to the point where I feel comfortable doing that. And so, I think these videos might get better because I'm willing to look at myself while I'm talking. But yeah, all right, anyways.